American League leader in RBIs. Oh! And he's got more. That's a no-doubt blast. Deep to left and gone. 3-run homer, Salvador Perez. It is 7-1 in the bottom of the seventh.
El Capitan, the leading bus driver for the Royals.
They say April showers bring May flowers, and man, oh man, something is blooming in Kauffman Stadium. Your Kansas City Royals opened up this series against the 2023 World Series champion Texas Rangers by being victorious 7-1 thanks to a 6-run bottom of the 7th inning. There is a lot of stuff to talk about, but let's start it off with everybody saying, hey, 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 hey. It's a great way to start the weekend. Welcome to the Royals Recap. My name is Jacob Milham. I am one half of the Royals Rundown podcast. If you want to know more about the Kansas City Royals or engage more with fellow Royals fans, the best place to do that is over at RoyalsReview.com. You got the comments, you got the analysis, you have the news, everything you need Royals related is there at Royals Review. You can also follow them on X and Facebook at Royals Review. All right, listen, like I said, 7-1, there's a lot of positives to take away from this game. First off, I do want to start off with Brady Singer because wife and I went to a concert tonight. I came in a little late on the game, and unfortunately, I missed most of Brady's start. But man, it was just watching it back a little bit. This was another great start from Brady Singer, another quality start from him. 6 innings pitched, 4 hits allowed with 1 earned run, no walks to 8 strikeouts, which is even better. That is absolutely amazing. Get this. So he's recorded at least 5 innings and allowed 5 hits or fewer in each of his 7 starts this season, which is the longest streak to begin a season in Royals history. All right, that is the definition of consistency. It's night and day what he's doing right now to last year. At this point last year, through his first 7 starts, he had an 8.82 ERA. Right now, that sits down at 2.45, excuse me. Like that is just great stuff. All right, and it's like he had 8 strikeouts tonight. That's his most since his March 31st start. All right, and he's still breaking new ground in that strikeout territory. I always underestimate that. 517 strikeouts through his first 102 appearances. That is the most in franchise history as well. A lot of stuff to like about this start. But the thing that I like the most, we saw 105 pitches out of him again. Like this is back-to-back starts where he's had 100 plus pitches. That is surprising. Not what I expected at all. Jeremy and I, we talked about, hey, maybe this started as a fluke. Maybe he's going to cool down the stretch with the pitch mix, things like that. He's not showing any signs of that, at least. And now he has some more arm longevity, and manager Quatraro obviously trusts him to keep that potent pitch mix late into games. But a starter is only as good as the folks who back him up, as Michael Lorenzen learned tonight of the Rangers. John Schreiber, Angel Zerpa, and Colin Selby making his Royals debut backed up Singer. They pitched 3 innings total. Schreiber got himself into a jam. He really did. Bases loaded, 2 outs. At this point, the game was tied 1-1. Like that was the moment that the Rangers had to break things wide open and put the Royals in a deep hole. But Schreiber put himself in a hole and he got himself out. All right. All in all, 1 inning, 2 hits allowed, which isn't great, with 2 walks, but no earned runs. He stayed off the board. And now he's only allowed 1 earned run in his Royals career. That is crazy. Angel Zerpa, he came in, he did his job. 1 hit, no earned runs, 1 strikeout. Good for him. And then Colin Selby, it was he was very efficient, to say the least. Only needed 9 pitches to get the Rangers out in the top of the 9th. No hits, no strikeouts. They put the ball in play plenty. But he got in there and did what he needed to do. So it was a great pitching performance from all of the Kansas City Royals. And I don't think that we understand enough like how much the pitching staff is doing for the Kansas City Royals. They've held their opponents to 1 run or fewer in 11 games so far this season. Okay, we're 33 games into the season. So in 1/3 of their games, they've held them to 1 run. That is crazy to me. But they're also 11-0 in those 1-run games. The bats are doing enough, but the pitching is making their job a lot easier, especially compared to last year. Last year, they only had 16 games where they held them to 1 run or fewer all season across 162 games. We're 33 games in, and they have 11 already. That is an insane rate that I don't know if they can keep up, but if they do, this team's going to go down in the history books. I'm just saying. But we can't talk about the pitching when you have a final score of 7-1. All right, there's some bats going off in there. And all it took was the bottom of that 6th inning for things to really turn around for the Kansas City Royals. All right, every person who made a plate appearance today had a hit, except for Freddie Fermin and Dairon Blanco. Michael Garcia, another 2-hit game. He's still clawing his way out of that hole he dug for himself. 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. I'll take it. Bobby Witt Jr. had a hit. Had an RBI, scored a run himself. Vinny was getting it done. 1 hit, 1 walk. And who else but the Royals captain, Salvador Perez, who you heard his game opening home run is what I'll say. The Royals already had the lead when he hit that home run. But that really that ended the Rangers' hopes of a comeback at that point. Extends his on-base streak to 22 games. It's by far the longest in his career. I think it's the 2nd longest in the MLB right now as well. Yeah. There's no denying it at this point. This isn't just homerism. Salvador Perez he has to be the AL MVP favorite right now. If they did voting right this minute, I think he would be the favorite. Michael Massey, he quietly had a good game. He really did. 2 hits, a walk. He is looking much better at the plate than he did just even 6 games ago. He has bounced back fully from that start on the IL, I think. MJ Melendez even had a hit. I'm not saying that he's fully fixed, but at least he finally got a hit. Finally ended that streak. Hunter Renfroe, good on him. He put one over the fence, gave the Royals their first run tonight, and kept them in the game. Michael Lorenzen pitched a very good game. He did. It wasn't perfect, but he only allowed 4 hits too. He only allowed 1 earned run. He just walked a few more batters and didn't get as many strikeouts as Singer. And that was the difference between winning and losing tonight. And then you can't forget Kyle Isbell at the bottom of the lineup, doing what he needed to do to get the bats at the top of the order back at the plate. He had 2 hits, only 1 strikeout, 1 RBI. So absolutely going to take this production from the bats. I think the big difference, the team was 4 for 6 with runners in scoring position. That's not a lot of opportunities in comparison to some other games. You know, you'll see 3 for 11, or you'll see 4 for 12. You know, something like that. Like that's usually a good night with runners in scoring position. Going 4 for 6, that is very consistent. And that is the essence of situational hitting, I will say. Dairon Blanco got his 6th stolen base of the season. He's yet another base-stealing threat alongside Bobby Witt Jr. and Michael Garcia, both who are just slowly stacking up these stolen bases. And it was just a great night, folks. There was great attendance as well. I do want to say that. I saw someone on, I think it was on Facebook in one of the Royals fans groups, talking about like, oh, well, there's only 16,000 tickets sold. What's going on? It's a good weather night. It's Friday night baseball in Kansas City. What's going on? You have 25,690 fans in attendance. I think that's pretty good for Kansas City Royals baseball on a Friday night. And this team getting to win number 20 is only going to put the baseball locals who have kept the Royals at an arm's distance, it's only going to wake them up even more. I get it. You could talk about fair weather fans all you want, and you can look down your nose at them. But it's I can't blame someone for saying, "Hey, I don't feel like going out and cheering for the Royals." You know, they're a 100-loss team, or they're riding a 7-game losing streak. I don't want to go out there. I don't want to spend my hard-earned money to go watch them lose. But now they're winning. Folks are going to start remembering again, hey, how are the Royals doing? Summer's going to roll around. Kids are going to be out of school. It's going to feel like baseball weather. And fans are going to come to Kauffman Stadium. As long as this team keeps winning like they are right now, that is a formula for success. That is going to pack Kauffman Stadium once again. And I'll be honest, in this economy, I can't blame folks for not wanting to go out to the ballpark every chance they can get. It's pretty expensive to go catch a game with family right now. Just the truth of it. But that's why you got to take advantage of all the Royals deals while they have them. That 4-pack thing that they got looks great to me. I would go check it out on their website if you can. Nice short game tonight, 2 hours and 24 minutes, so I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. Coming up on the other side of the ad break, we will hear from manager Matt Quatraro and El Capitan Salvador Perez himself. Stay tuned.
I mean, they made him work early, but, you know, I don't think he had a walk, right? I mean, he got behind a couple guys, but his stuff looked really good. I mean, he got swing and miss right out of the gate. You know, to get swing and miss from the 2 guys at the top of the order, that's really impressive. And the fact that it kept going gave us the confidence to send him back out there for the 6th. And, you know, he looked just as sharp in the 6th as he had earlier. Yeah, I mean, I know we talked about it before. Like, he wants to be out there longer than he's been, right? So he wants 7, he wants 8. You know, these guys made him work. It's a good offense to limit them to the 1 run and continue to just attack. You know, he had no margin for error there. I mean, we weren't threatening on the other side, and so he was out there just trying to keep us in the game by himself, you know, with the defense. But he battled. His stuff looked really sharp. You know, they had good movement. He mixed in the 4-seamer as well, but they got a bunch of swing and miss.
When you look at your offense in that 7th inning there, to be able to have those singles and good at bats, how did that set up what Salvi did with a 3-run homer? Yeah, well, the whole thing started with MJ's at bat with 2 strikes. You know, we know he's been scuffling to stay in there and continue to battle, get the base hit. You know, you guys saw the whole sequence of events, the stolen base and the 3 singles, I think, in a row. I mean, the thing about it is those were all hard singles up the middle, you know, and they were staying on the ball. I don't know if those pitches were out over the plate or in, but regardless, they had a good approach, and, you know, we were lucky to find the hole. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention John Schreiber, what he did there in the top of that inning to kind of hold it. How big was that to help fuel it?
Yeah, I mean, we're it's a 1-1 game. We have no room for error. Renfroe tied it up for us with the home run, but Schreiber's been excellent, and that was a funny line for the inning, 2 hits, 2 walks and no runs, but to get where we were in that game, we don't get there without Schreiber. Yeah, it's good. I wish I knew we could bottle that up a little bit earlier. Yeah, it's a good question because the guys, Lorenzen pitched really well. I mean, early count, a lot of, ground balls. When we were looking for soft, he went with firm, so he pitched really well. And as soon as we got to the bullpen, the guys, again, but that whole inning changes. MJ was 2 strikes and he hit a ground ball that gets through, but just getting into the at-bat, guys, the guys start to know, like, all right, we got to do something here.
And what did you think of the moment with Salvi?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, this place was rocking tonight. The crowd was into it. Both halves of that 7th inning there was a lot that happened there between Schreiber's half and then our offensive half. And to cap it off with that home run was really special. I mean, he loves the big moment, and then to come back out for the curtain call was really nice.
We know how this is going to go. Why are you hugging me?
Because I love you.
I love you too. You know who loves you? All these fans.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you for the support.
I know you can hear the Salvi chants. You've seen this place full before. You've seen this energy. What does that feel like when 25,000 people are chanting Salvi?
It's unbelievable. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to keep it play hard and try to do the best to be back in playoffs, guys.
You told me before the game that no matter what, good seasons, bad seasons, you're going to have fun no matter what happens. But it's different when you're winning, aren't you?
100%. You're right. Yo, hey, let's stay here with me.
All right.
Okay, come on.
Can I get out of this? Don't get this way. You smell the coffee?
I smell a little bit of coffee too.
All right. The home run. What is it about this team late? You faced some really good starting pitching, and then suddenly out of nowhere, all these hits and all these runs started really by MJ that inning.
We're going to play hard to the last out, yo. You know that. We got a great group in here. We're going to fight to the last out, and things like that's going to happen.
I know you were at first base not catching tonight, but I wanted to know your opinion about Brady Singer. A lot of pitches early, yet he ends up with just going 6 innings and just the 1 run allowed. And then what you're seeing from John Schreiber against a tough hitter in Marcus Semien.
Pretty good, Brady doing pretty good job today. He kept the ball down. He threw a lot of pitches to, I think, the first 3 innings, but after that he make adjustment, and that's what he liked to do. And we got one of the best relievers in the game, so that was tough about right there. Bases loaded, strike out, one of the best hitters in the league.
All right, last thing, you lead the American League in batting average, in RBI, in slugging percentage. What's different this year? I mean, these are numbers that we've never seen before, and you've put up really good numbers.
The fun that we have in here, that's different. Thank you for the support, guys.
Good answer. Enjoy.
Alrighty, y'all, that is going to do it for tonight's Royals recap. Thank you very much for joining me. So let's look forward to Saturday's game. Another evening game. First pitch is at 6:10 Kauffman Standard Time. Michael Wacha is set to make the start opposite of Dane Dunning. You can catch the game on Bally Sports Kansas City as long as you're not a Comcast customer, or you can listen in on 610 Sports Radio. I think it'll be a very, very good game. If you can get out there tomorrow night, please do. Why not? It's a Saturday night. Let's see what happens. Once again, my name is Jacob Milham. Please make sure to follow us on wherever you're listening to this podcast at. Keep us in your feed. Leave us a review, a rating, whatever it is. It only helps the podcast, and I would greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Join me tomorrow night for the next Royals recap. But until next time, go Royals!